Hi everyone, it's Mike here. So today I haven't got a process video for. I've not done any particular project to share with you today. Instead, I wanted to share something else. Now, you know when some days when you get up and you've just got this urge to sit and do something. Well, today I woke up with the urge to sit and start creating my or some Digi downloads ready for Halloween. Yes, I know it's August, but trust me, I asked my friends on Facebook whether it was too early, and everybody who replied said no, it's not. Some people have already started on Christmas. But yeah, so everybody was saying, no, it's not too early to start on Halloween at all. So for people like me who design stuff, then obviously getting started in August is a good idea because it allows you plenty of time to get things up onto the website so people can purchase and start making stuff in time for Halloween. So August is a perfect time apparently, and I also noticed that Tim Holtz had also released all his Halloween stamps via Stampers Anonymous last week too, so perhaps I'm not too early. But anyway, I wanted to show you what I sat and created today. So I've been working on the old computer, the one that we use for our day job stuff. That's the only one we've got left now, and it's so slow and so old, but hey ho. Normally when I process videos on the newer machine that I had stolen, like a 25-minute video would take like 10 minutes to render and like 5 minutes to upload. A 20-minute video on this machine takes just under 3 hours to render. So you can see how old and slow this machine is, but I've persevered. So I've created today 2 new Digi sets for Halloween. So I'll turn the camera to my overhead one and I'll show you what I've created. So the first set is a vintage style ephemera set, taken images that I have altered and scanned from the old Grey's Anatomy. So what I've done is I've taken some of the anatomy pages and I've layered them up with some grunge, with some text, with some backgrounds, and I've taken 8 of the kind of what I call the most interesting illustrations from the book that are not too graphic, and I've made them so that they're a perfect size to fit onto smaller card fronts. So if you make A6 cards, which is the smaller card size, or A2 in the States, then these will fit perfectly onto one of those. So you can layer and cluster and use these illustrations for card making, as well as cutting up and using in art journals and mixed media projects. So there's 8 of those on there, in obviously they've got Halloweeny kind of colours to them. I'll just quickly show you all 8. There you go. So you've got the back muscles, the brain, the foot, the rib cage, the spine, the skull, femur, leg bone, yeah, I think so, and also the cranial nerve. So the really kind of creepy images to use for Halloween, and I've introduced some of those Halloweeny greens, oranges and purples, and obviously blacks in there too. Some have got really subtle kind of backgrounds to them. If you look on this one, you can probably just see that there is some green in the background there, and also in this one here I've actually put in like a backdrop of the Vitruvian Man in there as well. So there's some really cool kind of Digi images there to play with to create all sorts of stuff. So that's the first 2 sheets on that set. The third sheet, I've also created a set of 8 2.5-inch circle images where I've layered up those images from Grey's Anatomy, which I've called Graves Anatomy. That's what this Digi set is called, Graves, so Graves Anatomy, as in Grave Robin. And I've also put in some of those numbers too as well, so you can also add in extra bits and pieces. I've also done a strip of vintage poison labels that you can cut out and use to stick in your projects as well. So that just filled up that little bit of space on that sheet there. I thought, well, I might as well utilise it and put some bits and pieces in there. So these are all vintage poison labels. So everything from arsenic to carbolic acid, chloroform, look, everything in there. Absolutely fantastic. So I love this set. So that's the vintage set that I created. So again, this one's called Graves Anatomy. But if you're wanting something a little bit more modern to play with this Halloween, then I've also created this one, which I've called Department of the Deceased. So, and this obviously is taken from a mortuary. I know, it is Halloween when all said and done. So what I've got is a colour palette that we've got some nice blues, some deep reds, some greens and some oranges. And I've created 4 largish toe tags. So these are the tags that you put on a corpse in the mortuary. And once again, they're ideally sized for one of those card fronts if you wanted to do that. To match, I've also created some poison labels where you can just punch those little holes out the top if you want to, and create some tags to put on drinks glasses or on wine bottles and that kind of stuff. So you've got cyanide and arsenic in the same 4 colourways as those larger tags. But again, for this set, I also created some 2.5-inch circle poison labels or toxic labels that can also be used for ATC, well, the coins again. So these are 2.5-inch circles, but you can also add some string or some twine to these and wrap these around wine glasses or wine bottles, or even, if you wanted to, use them as little tags to put on little treats, favours, little gift bags that you give out to people on Halloween. Now, 2.5-inch circles. I've got a 2.5-inch circle punch. This is from EK Success. It's exactly the same one as the Stamping Up 2.5-inch circle punch, and as if by magic, there you go, it fits exactly. So I've already punched this one out from my sheet using that 2.5-inch circle tag, and then I've just used a smaller hand circle punch just to punch out the hole for putting some thread through. So there are 12 of those. So you've got Toxic, Beware and Poison in the same 4 colourways. And this set, as I said, is called Department of the Deceased. And both of these are available to purchase right now on my website. So as far as playing with these sets are concerned, like I said, I've managed to print them out and punch one of the little circles out, so I've not had a chance to actually sit down and have a real good play with these. I probably will do a bit later on towards Halloween. I'll start creating some Halloween projects and incorporate these into those projects. I will still be doing my 7 days of Halloween this year. Hopefully we'll have got the replacement computers by then, so rendering isn't going to take half as long, or even 1/10 as long as it has been doing. So yeah, so I will definitely be doing my 7 days of Halloween like I have done for the last few years, and I probably will incorporate some of these, and who knows, I may even create some more between now and Halloween. Depends how the mood takes me. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.